Hello and welcome to beautiful Pickett, Wisconsin on the 6th day of May, and it is a rather cool May day here in Pickett. I believe the air temperature is only 47 degrees, so it's a cool but yet a very beautiful day. So on the stand today, I've got some interesting things. First of all, I've got a never before run by me. Now I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to say listen very carefully. Everybody that watches this video, listen very carefully to this intro because it has critical and important information in it. On the stand today, I've got a Magnum 108 two-stroke engine. Now, this is an engine that I got from eBay for a very, very reasonable price. And I just did a video and installed new Boca bearings in it. I have not yet posted or edited that video, so if you're watching this, you probably may not see that yet, if you care. So this was a relatively clean engine and it looks brand new to me, but it's not. I know it's not brand new. But there's some yeah buts with this set of runs I'm going to do today. The first yeah but is it came with a Bisson single exhaust pit style muffler and it didn't have a vent line on it or one of the vent nipples, so I JB welded a piece of brass tubing into it yesterday, so it's probably had maybe 24 hours to cure. So that's the first yeah but. I'm hoping that that holds for this. The second yeah but is that this muffler, and I'll post some pictures here, is really tall, and it took everything I had to shim this engine up enough so that I could put it on this PSP stand, and this exhaust is still resting right on the stand. So hopefully that doesn't mean it's going to vibrate loose or come off. I don't know what's going to happen with that. The next thing is, what is the next thing? Boy, let's see here. The next thing is, I've never run this engine before. It hasn't been tuned. I didn't run it on glow fuel. This is the very first time I'm going to be firing it up. And as you can see, based on the title of this video, this is a swamp juice comparison video. So this is the first iteration in this glass jar. This is the first iteration of swamp juice that Garrett sent to me. And for those of you that need to know more about swamp juice, go back and watch the original. All my swamp juice videos are in a playlist. Go back and watch those from beginning to end because I'm not going to spend time explaining what swamp juice is here again. You can go and find that, and there'll be a link to his website on this video so you can get more information there. This is the first iteration or first batch of swamp juice he sent me back in November. He is still in the development process of this fuel. So between this version and this version here, which I'm calling Swamp Juice 2, or 2, is the latest version that he hasn't even tested. This is the latest version, and I just mixed this up today. So never tested this. What's in this tank, the small amount that's in this tank, is this original version. I'm hoping that I can run this engine, get it tuned and running acceptably with this amount of fuel in it, so that then I can go and swap over to this fuel so we can do a comparison, because that's what Garrison's really interested in seeing, or Garrett, I apologize. Garrett is really interested in seeing is a difference between this version of swamp juice and this version. Not that he will ever go back to this one, because this probably is just gone forever, but he's curious to know, and so am I, if there's a marked improvement between this version, and this one. There's definitely a difference in color, as you can see. So the parameters for today's run are beautiful weather, hopefully a beautiful run. I've got an APC 15.6 prop on here. Now this was a prop that I selected from a review article on an ASP 108. Now the 15.6 there was putting out with glow fuel, and I don't recall what the fuel they were using, was about 9,700 RPM. Now this isn't a new engine, so it's an ABC engine and it's broken in, it's just been cleaned up, as far as I know anyway. And we've got a G5, OS G5 plug here, and of course the first generation or Swamp Juice 1 in the tank right now. So with all that said, let me fire this thing up and see how it runs. Now, since this engine was just rebuilt, I'm probably going to have to inject some swamp juice into the top of the head just to get it to fire, because otherwise it may take a while to get it fired up. But let's see. Okay, so I just did a quick test to see if my starter is going to turn this over, and I think it will. So let me prime this, and I've already put some fuel in the combustion chamber. So let's see what happens here. To shoot some more fuel in the top here. Missing here. Let's see where my high-speed needle is. Maybe it's not open enough. Let's go 1, 2.5 turns. Seems like there's decent fuel draw. Something happened with my throttle here. Let's see what's going on with this, why it's not. My throttle isn't moving here at all for whatever reason. That's unfortunate because it was running really well. First of all, that's kind of loose. Okay, I have no idea how long of a delay that was. How long I've been sitting here screwing with this thing. But it would appear that the throttle barrel stop screw or the throttle retention screw wasn't fully in the, or properly in that slot, and it was causing some serious binding. So let's just see what happens here if I can get this thing fired up again now. I wonder if I'm going to have to put fuel back in the top again. Would appear. Hopefully we can resume this run. It's ice cold. So I was here messing with this long enough for it to get stone cold, that's for sure. So hard to tell if this plug is glowing here because they glow differently. No, my igniter's just charged up. Yeah, boy, that thing is glowing. I don't know, maybe my G5 plug is dead now. I don't have another one with me. Let me put this OS number, I don't know about that plug. I just happened to grab a number 6, OS number 6 plug, just to see if this thing will pop off. Because I don't know, maybe this G5 plug is just gone now, I don't know. Okay, so I think I've verified that maybe my G5 plug is just dead. But just in case, now that I've got that engine nice and warm again, maybe we can just do a quick swap here and verify that if this thing doesn't fire up at all, maybe this plug is just dead now. well, I think I'm just going to have to say this G5 plug is dead. That's going to conclude this. Alright, well, that's definitely not the results I was hoping to have today at all. Between the carburetor issue and then whatever happened with the carburetor, maybe that G5 plug is just completely dead. They glow so much lighter that out here in the light it's nearly impossible to see that thing glow. I do happen to have 2 new ones that I purchased, but I don't have them with me. They're at the apartment. Because Garrett had been running numerous engines, numerous tanks, I believe he told me, with his one plug, and it's still holding up, so I didn't think to bring one of the others with me, which is just one of those things, I guess. So I don't know what happened. It seemed like the carb barrel got really tight and stuck, so I had to do some cleaning there and get it installed again. I mean, this engine was running fine with that A3 plug, or that number 6 plug, but you know, it's not designed for this fuel and it's not going to continue to run well. But at least it proved that, at least to my satisfaction, that that G5 plug is toast. So when I get back to the apartment in a darker area, I can light it up again and see what happens. But I knew my night starter was still good because it's a whoop-ass pack that Wayne sent me from Australia, and I had just cycled it, so I knew that was good. So anyway, my apologies for not having a good comparison run here yet for you, Garrett, but maybe next time.